Hey guys, welcome to my channel Hairliciously. If you guys are new, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you guys are updated on my second hair transplant journey progress, as well as video topics covering current hair loss treatments in the pipeline. Make sure to visit my website at HAIRLICIOUSLY.com to purchase your microneedling devices, which is actually scientifically proven to stimulate hair growth, my low-level laser therapy cap, hair growth supplements, DHT blocking shampoo and serum, and a few other products for those who are suffering from hair loss. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss about an interesting article that I came across regarding a 78-year-old male who ended up burning his scalp. The crazy thing was that this guy was bald, and after burning his scalp, his bald patch had actually started to grow back hair. Let me read you guys the article. The article is titled Effect of Scalp Burns on Common Male Pattern Baldness. A 78-year-old male with common male pattern baldness was dozing off in his armchair when he fell head first into a coal fire. He sustained full thickness burns to the left parietal temporal region, the bridge of the nose, and the left infraorbital area. He refused hospital admission and early surgery and was subsequently managed as an outpatient. 2 weeks later, he commented that his bald patch had started to grow hair again, and over the next 4 months, his hair continued to grow. Although interesting, it is difficult to see how this type of stimulation could be applied therapeutically. So here are some photos. This is 2 weeks after the accident, and new hair growth has started. You can clearly see the burnt area on the left temporal region, followed by 6 weeks after the accident, hair has started to grow thicker. And then finally, 4 months after the accident, thick hair growth is now visible. This article was really interesting because most burn patients that you guys see that has sustained some pretty bad first or second degree and even possibly third degree burns on the scalp do not end up with hair growth. I don't know exactly what type of burn level that this man has sustained, but based on the deep scar that you guys see on his left temple region indicates that this wasn't a first degree type of burn where it only affects the outer layer of the skin. So I'm guessing that it had to be more of at least a second degree type of burn, just because doctors have seemed to recommend, surgery initially and then hospital admission, yet this guy had refused to do so. The fact that this guy was able to regrow hair on a completely miniaturized area is very intriguing, even more so because he is 78 years old and most people who are balding at that age are well past miniaturization. And I mention this because people suffering from hair loss with miniaturization may still be able to regrow back a good amount of hair with conventional treatment, including things like microneedling, 5-alpha reductase inhibitors, Minoxidil, wind activators, anti-androgens, etc. But this man, being 78 years old and more than likely he was bald, for at least several decades, and he just was completely bald, and yet he still was able to regrow hair on his scalp. The interesting aspect about burn wounds and just regular wounds in general is the fact that they lead to various local and systemic pathophysiological processes in the body. Particularly, the wound area would release different types of cytokines, including growth factors and anti-inflammatory responses that are essential for the wound healing process. This can actually relate to microneedling the scalp, as it works in not exactly the same way, but it kind of works in a similar mechanism where we wound the scalp using these tiny needles, whether it be a microneedling device that's motorized or a derm roller, that induce various complex signaling of growth factors to help stimulate hair growth. Now, I did show some pretty incredible results from microneedling to promote hair growth on my YouTube channel, some that just look beyond impossible to achieve simply due to the extensive nature of hair loss some of these people have started with. But if you consider the fact that, the story that I shared with you guys regarding this 78-year-old man who had sustained extensive burns on his scalp, hair growth seems to really be possible even for those with severe hair loss. I obviously wouldn't condone that you guys go out and try to burn your scalps to stimulate hair growth. But, this does show that something like this, accidental intervention is capable of recruiting significant amounts of growth factors to stimulate hair growth on areas that have just completely been miniaturized. And, it just really truly highlights the importance of incorporating microneedling into your hair loss treatment regimen to treat androgenic alopecia from various levels. You have 5-alpha reductase inhibitors that block DHT. You have Minoxidil, which acts as a vasodilator. You have laser therapy to stimulate the epidermal stem cells to the hair follicles to increase the anagen phase. You have anti-androgens, and you have a bunch of other stuff that you can incorporate to target, genetic hair loss from different levels. And like I always mention in, most of my previous videos, your best bet is to combine as many treatments as you guys possibly can that target hair loss through various mechanisms of action. And this is why I also, highly recommend microneedling if you haven't seen any good results from hair growth, using conventional treatments such as finasteride or minoxidil. Studies do show that if you guys do combine microneedling with minoxidil 5% twice a day, you might have a better chance of regrowing hair. So that's pretty much it. This is the story that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you guys have any questions or concerns, make sure to leave me some comments below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Take care.